welcome back to our channel. We thought it would be kind of fun to open up about our spending habits. I've seen a lot of people make videos like this, and I think it's really interesting to see what people spend their money on, or how much money they spend, and maybe like how expensive it is where they're living. And so we are going to be talking about what we spend in a week as a married couple living in Utah. So, yeah, basically we tracked every time we spent money throughout the week, and then if any charges came through that week for like bills or whatever, we would include it. But we actually didn't have any bills or rent come through in the week that we were doing it, so those actually won't be included. It will just be our normal weekly spending.
Well, and then like some of it's not like every week, it's more like once a month, so it's like every 2 weeks and stuff. Like there's a couple things I got on there that we only get like once a month for us. Yeah,
and you'll notice that, but I feel like there's lots of things that like fluctuate that you obviously only get once in a while. Like last week, not this week, we got Rue dog food, and so even though that was an expense that we don't normally get, it fell last week, and we have some of those that fall this week. So I feel like there's always something that like isn't every week but just so happens to land on that week. So you'll see that. Let's start. So the first day, Sunday, we spent $0. That's pretty typical. We go to church on Sunday, and then we have family time, and we don't like to go out and make people work on Sundays, and so we usually spend $0 unless we're traveling. So
sounds about right.
That's good. I'm glad we're stuck to that. Okay, the next day, Monday, we also spent $0. We don't spend a lot of money. So like going through this, yeah, we try not to spend money on like lots of random stuff, just on like things we need, and every once in a while you'll see some fun things here and there. Okay, then on Tuesday, we went to the movie theaters for the first time since they've shut down. Yeah. We haven't been in a very long time, and we went and saw what?
Free Guy.
We went and saw Free Guy with Logan's brother Tegan, and we kind of splurged a little bit. So we did go on a cheaper ticket day because it was $5 Tuesdays. But the movie tickets with tax was $12.72 for both of our tickets. And then when we got there, we decided to get popcorn and drinks, which we usually don't do that. Sometimes we'll get popcorn, but we never get drinks there. Yeah. And if we have snacks, we usually just sneak them in.
But who doesn't do that?
Almost everyone does. But we hadn't been out to the movies in a long time, so we bought a combo that had a large popcorn and 2 drinks, and that was $12.87. And so our total for the movie was $25.59.
Whoa.
So not like a ton. Like if we would have gone on a normal ticket day where it was $10 a piece, that's probably what it would have been for just the tickets alone. So going on $5 Tuesday did allow us to get treats for about the same price. So I'd say that was a smarter decision.
Smart move.
But yeah, definitely we don't go to the movies often, but that was a fun little treat. So our total for Tuesday, that's all we spent money on that day, and it was $25.59. Okay, next we have Wednesday, and again, a very low spending day. We just don't buy a lot. Right now, Costco has out the best muffins ever. They have pumpkin muffins out. Are they just called pumpkin muffins?
Like puffin stretzel or something like that.
We bought Costco muffins, and the total for 2 boxes, which was 12 muffins, was $8.23.
And they're not like your little small muffins either.
They're
like
huge. And I like cut them in half and eat like half in a banana or just 2 halves at a time, and they're so good. And then I freeze them and they last a while. So And that's the only thing we bought for Wednesday, so our total is $8.23. Okay, next is Thursday. And on Thursday, we spent $0. That's our third day of $0, so that's pretty good. And then we have Friday. Every Friday, we go grocery shopping. And so I did get a clip of us going grocery shopping. We totally spaced it. But lately we've been doing the Walmart pickup, which is really nice because we'll order online and
kind of gives us an idea so we can see what we're spending so then we spend less.
So we decided to do that so we could look at what we're gonna spend before we go to the store. So it like shows up your total and then you can be like, oh, like that's a little too much, and then go off and take like some of the extra things you really don't need. And so that's been like really helpful. But we went and picked up groceries and the total for the trip was $58.92.
Whoa.
So, I mean, I would say that's pretty typical for our groceries. We go about once a week and usually we have one that's closer on the like 80 side range and then one that's more like 30-40, kind of like every other week because we usually get a lot. This one was supposed to be more on the like $80 side and we actually spent a lot less than we anticipated. We spent about $60. And so we just had a lot of leftover food, I guess, and didn't need as much. So I'd say that was pretty good that we didn't go over that. Then comes Saturday. Saturday is a day to have fun, and we definitely had a little bit of fun. Logan had a little bit of fun. Before we get into this, I do want to explain that every month, Logan and I have decided that we give each other fun money, or we fit it into the budget. So what we call fun money is basically it's your play money. You get it a certain amount every month and then you can spend it on whatever you want and the other person can't get mad. Logan is a huge spender. I'm not, but he spends money on things that aren't really necessary. And
this was pretty good.
Okay, but typically Logan would buy random things all the time. So we decided to have a set amount to allow each other to have spending freedom, but also know our limit. And I think that's like really helpful and really important. And I would suggest people to do that. Like, I know people that have no limit and they just spend money whenever. And if we had that, we would get in probably a lot more arguments over money, and we'd probably be broke because Logan would spend too much. And then I know other people that like are strict and like don't allow each other to really spend any money. And I think finding something that is like agreed upon a certain amount and then you guys picking what you spend with that is like really awesome. So I highly recommend it. And then you can budget and like not go over, because if you both are just able to spend whenever you guys feel like it, even if you ask beforehand, it's still going to be more than what you probably would want to and budget for. So I think that's so important. So with that, Logan went to GNC. We've been kind of on a workout kick lately, and one of the things that he bought was with our combined money. It was pre-workout. Here's a clip of what he bought, but he bought a pre-workout, and then he also bought creatine muscle mass builder thing, and that was with his own money because I had only said that he could go get pre-workout and protein, and that's what he got. So the total that Logan spent at GNC was
$82.38.
Yeah, so kind of a lot, but almost 50 of that, just under 50, was his own money.
Yeah, so I spent 44 on one thing and then 35 on the other. So the 44 was my own. So that didn't come out of our normal spending. That was just on me. But the 35, that was on us.
Yeah, and then Logan also hung out with a friend on Saturday, and when they hang out, they usually go and get food together. And so Logan went and got Arby's.
And I spent $6.44.
Yeah, and then sometimes when he goes out with his friends and I am here by myself, I'll get stuff too, but not every time. But this time I decided to, and I decided to try a new Chinese place. It ended up being way more than our other place that we go to, and it like wasn't, I don't know. So I got sesame chicken. We also didn't film our dinners that we had this day.
Yeah.
But I got sesame chicken and then I got fried rice, but the fried rice didn't come with it like I thought it did. And so it ended up being a lot more, and then we had a tip. So it was $14.80. So that brings our total for Saturday to $104.07. So that was the most spending day. But again, a huge portion of that was GNC, which that
that's
pre-workout,
not gonna happen every week.
That pre-workout lasts a month and a half almost. Like,
yeah.
Because when you count in like some rest days and stuff too. And then his fun money, which used. Yeah, we did have fun. We did go out to eat. We do find times to hang out with friends and spend our money in that way. But we also are working on goals to save up for like future house fund, future car, kids one day. And so we're trying to really keep our eating out and spending under control. And we didn't really
just watching ourselves, so then we can like make sure we're saving more for those things.
Yeah, and we don't really need to be going out to eat 3 times a week or whatever. Like, we went out once and that was fine, and then we went to the movies once, and so that was probably more than what we normally do in a week of going out and doing stuff, but it was a fun time. So our grand total for the week is $196.81.
Not too shabby.
Yeah. And then if you want to subtract the 44, that was Logan's money, which we still did spend, but it wasn't out of like our budget. Yeah. It would have been $152.81. So I think that's pretty good. Of course, that's not including bills. We didn't happen to need to refill on our gas that week. Like, we must have just refilled last week. Like, I know I'm due to fill up soon, and Logan actually refilled yesterday, but that was after the week of like counting, and so it just didn't happen to fall on that. Neither did our insurances or our rent. So there are other expenses we have, but this is a good idea of what we spend with our leftover money. Yeah. And we are a fairly newlywed couple in Utah, so some of those prices with like restaurants and stuff kind of can help you gauge what it's like living in Utah.
Thank you guys for joining us once again. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys check us out on Instagram and TikTok. Those will be down in the description below. We will see you guys next time. Bye!